there, my name is Tracy and I am with the Cherryville Branch Library. Welcome to another virtual family story time. Today is brought to you by the letter P. P makes the sound p, 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 and I have some fantastic letter P words with the letter P jigsaw puzzle. The first word is a farm animal that goes oink, oink, and usually has a little curly tail. Did you guess a pig? If you did, you are correct. Here is our P pig. The next is also an animal. You usually think of it being in the Arctic. They can be small or they can be very, very large. They wear a tuxedo. They're black and white and they waddle when they walk. Do you know what I'm thinking of? Did you guess penguin? Yes, that's right, a penguin. And there's our penguin. The next one is the daughter of a queen. She usually has a crown, just like the queen, but she would be younger. And it starts with the letter P. There's been a lot of famous ones. Did you guess princess? That's right, princess in a pink gown. Pink is another letter P word, isn't it? There is our princess. This is one of people's favorites. It's a lovely food, very easy to make. It's round. You can buy them frozen. You can get them from restaurants. You can make your own. You put lots of toppings on them. You can have thin crust, thick crust. I bet you know what I'm thinking of. Did you say pizza? Yes, pizza, one of my favorites. I bet it's one of your favorites too. And for our final letter P word, this is a large orange vegetable, very large. We usually think of them in the fall, around October. You might carve one, or there was a very famous one that was turned into a carriage in a fairy tale. Do you know what I'm thinking of? Did you say pumpkin? Yes, that is our final letter P word, a pumpkin. And there is our letter P jigsaw puzzle. Our pig, penguin, princess, pizza, and pumpkin. But what I don't see up there is the vegetable that actually sounds exactly like the letter, a pea. There's a wonderful book by Keith Baker called Little Green Peas. There's our letter P right there. You'll see it says it is a big book of colors. I'll hold it away so you can see the book. And there are the teeny tiny little green peas. That is a really fun book if you want to have some fun with your kids and some vegetables and some colors. I actually have a finger play about some little peas, and we're going to do five peas. We're going to press them into a pea pod, and then we're going to make them grow. Are you ready? 5 little peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, and so did all the rest. They grew and did not stop until one day the pod went pop. I know, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? But that would happen too, wouldn't it? Your pea pod would pop. It would get too big. Now, one of the wonderful stories, a wonderful fairy tale about a princess. There's our princess. And a pea is exactly that. It's the princess and the pea. So we're going to take these off the board real quick and we're going to tell the famous story. Now, there have been a lot of different versions over the years. The one that I found that I sort of shortened and condensed is in this book here. It is the Starlight Princess and Other Princess Stories. This is actually in our 398s, so this is in fairy tales. We're just going to do a shortened version, basically hitting the highlights. I'm going to put my little trademark symbol for the place that I got my wonderful clip art. So let's start. Once upon a time, there was a handsome prince. He was very, very handsome, but he was also very, very picky. When it came time for him to marry, he told his friends he would only marry a real princess. And of course, his friends started asking, well, what makes a real princess? Her hair, her eyes, maybe it was her handwriting, her manners. What about her dancing? What is that special something that makes a princess a real princess? Well, the prince could never answer them, for even he wasn't sure what that special thing was. He just knew that he would know it when he saw it. One night, a terrible storm blew up. Howling winds, brilliant lightning, and thunder that shook the castle raged all around. Suddenly, the prince and his mother heard a tapping at their door. The prince opened the door to see a young lady standing outside. Oh, she was in a very sorry state. The storm had soaked her clothes completely, even to her pinky toes inside her shoes. The young lady said, "Please, kind sir, may I come in? This weather is terrible and I need a place to stay the night." The prince, being ever so polite, said, "Of course, please come in, but be sure to wipe your feet on the entry rug as you do." He did not want his mother yelling about wet footprints or mud. The prince explained to his mother, the queen, that the young lady needed a warm and dry place to spend the night, and that he'd already said she could stay. The queen was a bit put out by this. You should always ask permission first, but said she would make up a bed for their guest. As she went to the closet to collect some linens, she thought to herself, "There is something special about that young woman. Even though she looks like a wet kitten, I feel there is definitely something special. Could it be? Is she a real princess?" And with that, the queen knew she must find out. Rather than the usual bed linens, she took out several blankets and some extra mattresses, and she created a bed so high that a ladder was needed to reach the top. And beneath all those blankets and mattresses, the queen placed a teeny tiny pea. That's right, there's our P from the title. She knew that a real princess would be unable to sleep, that she would be so sensitive that that pea would feel like a boulder. The queen showed the young lady to her room and bid her good night. The girl climbed all the way to the top, snuggled under the covers, laid her head on the pillow, and closed her eyes. Oh, she was so thankful that these good people had taken her in. But then her eyes flew open. Oh no. She felt like there was a huge lump digging into her back. So she moved around a bit, trying to get comfortable. It was no use. She rolled onto her side, only to find out that now that lump was digging into her hip. What was going on? The bed had looked so comfortable, but now it was like sleeping on jagged rocks. She knew she wasn't going to rest, but she tried anyway. The next morning, the queen asked the young lady if she had a good night's sleep. The girl was torn. She really wanted to be polite to her hostess, but that bed, oh, it was so uncomfortable. Finally, she decided to be honest and replied, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I didn't sleep a wink. I know you went to all that trouble for me, but I believe something must have been wrong with the bedding. It felt like a sharp lump was in one of those mattresses. It kept poking me all night." Oh, the queen was so happy. Here was a real princess. Her son, the prince, was also very happy. The prince and the young lady spent time together getting to know each other, and several months later, they were married. And after the wedding, that pea was put on display at the Royal Museum. And if you don't believe me, you can go there and see it for yourself. The end. And there's our story of the Princess and the Pea. It's a very short version that I read you. You can read really, really long versions. There's some fun fractured fairy tales where it's the prince in the bed, not the princess. I always thought it would be fun to put a book under the mattresses instead of just a tiny little pea, because maybe the princess is a bookworm and she really wanted a good story to read. Maybe you could tell that as a fairy tale. My last thing for us to do is actually another flannel board. And this one, we're gonna go looking for a pea. Here you can see I have a huge stack of mattresses, just like the queen did for the real princess. we're going to go look for that pea. You'll notice all of our mattresses have different colors. Are you ready? Oh my dear me, where is the little green pea? Is it under the purple mattress? Let's lift it and see. Nope, not there. Oh my dear me, where is the little green pea? Is it under the pink mattress? Let's lift that one and see. Is it there? No. Oh my dear me, where is that little green pea? Is it under the green mattress? It would make sense, wouldn't it? Let's lift that one and see. It's not there either. Oh my dear me, where is the little green pea? Is it under the orange mattress? Let's lift it and see. Oh, is it there? Is it there? Is it there? It wasn't there either. Oh my dear me, where is that little green pea? Is it under the white mattress? Let's lift that one and see. Maybe it's here. Wasn't there either. Oh my dear me, where is that little green pea? Is it under the black mattress? Let's lift that one and see. It's not there either. We've only got 4 choices left, right? Oh my dear me, where is the little green pea? Is it under the blue mattress? Let's lift it and see. Not there either. Oh my dear me, will we ever find the little green pea? Is it under the yellow mattress? Let's check it out and see. No. Oh my dear me. Let's find that little green pea. Is it under the red mattress? Let's lift it and see. It's not there either. Oh my dear me, I think we found the little green pea. Is it under the brown mattress? Yes, there it is, you see. And that is the end of our virtual story time. Thank you so much for joining me, and we hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.